Hello and welcome to Dotnet with Sikhen. Our today's topic is multidimensional array and jagged array. So let's talk about multidimensional array. So the very first is two-dimensional array. So what does it mean? So here in the right hand side you can look at it like we have a tabular format, or you can say the matrix, where we have multiple rows and we have multiple columns. So this is basically a two-dimensional array where we store the value in the form of row and columns. So here you can see this one is the first cell, this one is second, and so on. And to access this cell, we need to provide the index of row. This one is the first row index, and we need to provide the column index also. So let's say if I want to access any cell, for example this 7, then how can I provide it? I can provide it like the second row and with the third column. So that is the indexes 1 and 2. So here you can see the declaration part, basically how to declare 2D array. So we have the data type, and then we have one square bracket, and in the square bracket we have one comma, and then the array name, and then we have the values. So let's look at this matrix. So it is a type integer, and here I have declared it like int, and in the square bracket with one comma, matrix is equal to, and then the assigning the value. Now how we assign the value, right? So that is most important. Here you can see there are 3 rows and we have 4 columns. So this is a matrix of 3 by 4 basically. So this is a two-dimensional array because it is stored data in the tabular format in row or column wise. Now how to access element in 2D array, that is what I have already discussed it, but yeah, let's see. Let's say I want to access and I want to store 300 into the cell 1 1. 1 1 means here. So the current value of 1 1 is 6, but I want to store 300. So I can access using the array name, and then we have the square bracket, and we need to provide the row index and column index with the comma, and then we can assign the value. So in this way we can assign or access the array element, and here you can print it out also. So this is all about the 2D. We have multi-dimensional array, so we can have like 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, and basically ND you can say. Okay, so now let's look at the jagged array. This is a basically array of arrays, right? So what is jagged array? So jagged array is a collection of single dimensional array of different length. Here in this example you can see this is just like a 2D, but here there is a difference, like for each and every row the size of the array or the size of the single dimensional array is different. For example, in the first row we have the size 3, in the second row we have the size 2, and in the third row we have the size 4. So basically when we combine all this single dimensional array, it becomes jagged array. So jagged array is a collection of single dimensional array. Now how to declare a jagged array? So to declare a jagged array, we have the data type and then 2 square brackets, and then the array name, and then new and data type. And in the first square bracket we need to provide the size. Size means how many single dimensional array you need. And then in the last one is the blank square bracket. So it indicates basically you can take the different sizes of the single dimensional array. So here you can see like declare jagged array with 3 rows. So how can we declare it? So integer and then 2 square brackets, jagged equal to new int, and the size of the array, and then blank, right? So here it gives you the 3 single dimensional array, basically 3 rows. So here I have assigned it like in jagged 0 there is an array with length 3, that is the 1 2 3, and in the same way we have 1 and 2 indexes, and we have single dimensional area of 2 and 4 lengths. So this is all about the jagged array. So let's flip to the Visual Studio and okay, so let's talk about the 2D declaration first. 2D array declaration and initialization. Okay, so here you can see array 2D, and this array is of 3 by 4, right? So basically we have 3 rows and we have 4 columns, right? So yeah, 3 by 4 is there, and you can see in this square bracket we have provided 1 comma. So 1 comma indicates the two-dimensional array. And in the same way, let's say if I want to print 3D array initialization, then here you can see the first one, like in this square bracket we have provided 2 comma, right? So 2 comma means 3D. So array 3D, and here the size of this array is like 2 into 2 into 3. So 2 to the 4 into 3, that is 12 cells, right? So you can think like length, breadth and height. So this is basically, you can think like a cube or cupboard, right? So we have length, breadth and height. So this first one, this indicates the length. So this one is the first length and this one is the second length. That's why we have length 2 here. So there are 2 length, and then we have 2 breadth also, right? So in each and every length we have 2 breadths. So here 1 and 2. So there are 2 breadths, and height is 3. So each and every row, basically we have the height also, right? So you can see this one is the height 3. So here we have this height, like if I, yeah, this one, this is the height, correct? So that's why we have total 2 to the 4 3 just 12 cells here. So you can see in the first one we have 6, and in the second one we have 6. So 6 plus 6, there are 12 cells. So this is all about the 3D. And let's say if we look at about the 4D array and initialization, then now it increases the complexity. Now you can see there are 3 commas in the square bracket. So it indicates this is the 4D, and we have 4 in this declaration we have 4 parts. So, and the size is basically 2 to the 4 to the 8 to the 16 here. So there are 16 cells, you can see 4 4 4 and 4, right? So this 2, the first 2 in 4D is 1 and 2. So that is the meaning of that 2. And in the second 2 we have for each bigger one we have again 2 parts, right? This one and this one, and this 2 indicates again for each part we have 2 rows. Now you can see we have 2 rows, first and then second, right? And the last one is the, for each and every row basically we have the 2 heights, right? So you can see this is the height of this one. So this is all about the 4D, and similarly we have 5D, 6D, right? And again you can think like 4D is the quadrilateral kind of things, and 5th D is pentagon, 6th D is hexagon. So such type of you can think the locations will be, or cells will be created in that way, in that structure basically. So this is all about the multi-dimensional array, right? Now let's talk about the jagged array. So jagged array, we know like you can see this is the jagged array, and in this jagged array we have 2 square brackets here after this data type declaration, and then new int, and then we have the 3. This is the size of the jagged array basically, so how many single dimensional array should be there, and then we have the final one, that is the blank square, right? So it indicates variable size of the each and every single dimensional array. So here you can see there are 3 single dimensional array, and their sizes are basically different. The first one is of 3, second is of 2, and the third one is of 4, right? So these are the different sizes. Okay, so let's say if I want to print this array, then how can I print it, right? So I'm directly trying to print this 4D first, okay, and then I will go with this jagged array. So meanwhile the 4D directly. So let me again comment it out, and let's see if I want to print this 4D array, then how it increase the. Now you can see. So here is the there are 4 for loop, right? So the it increases the complexity basically. So here you can see I, J, K, L, and because we have given size of 2 2 2 2 2, so for each and every places the size it will rotate for 2 times, right? And here you can print the array like I, J, K, L, M, and then the value of this one, right? So let's run and see the result, how it works. And here is the result. Now you can see what we have created in this 4D. We have this one, right? So first one is the 1 2, so here is the value 1 2, and then we have 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, kind of, right? So how it works, you can just look at this for loop. So the first for loop is it will go for 2 times and the value of I is 0, and then second loop it will also go for the 2 times and it is j equal to 0, and then we have k equal to 0, and then we have the l equal to 0. So the value in array, basically I have 0 0 0 0, so there are 4 0 here for each and every I, j, k, l, m, k and l values, and then it takes the value, right? So in 0 0 0 0 location we have this value, this first one 1, and then the inner loop will increase, so the value of l becomes now 1, then again we have the value 0 0 0 1, and then it basically it stops, right? Then it goes to the next level here, then the k becomes again 1, so here value will be 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1, and then the value of j, then this loop also terminate, and then the value of this loop will work, right? This one, sorry, yeah, this one will work. So here the value of the j is currently 0, so here now it will increase to 1, so the output will be 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1, right? So in this way it increases the complexity. So that's why it is suggested like you should not go with the 3D 4D 5D, you must stick with the 2D declaration if you are working in the software development. Yeah, so this is all about the multi-dimensional array and how to print it. Let's talk about this jagged array also. So if I want to print it, then I must require 2 for loop. One is for the size of the array, so we have 3 single dimensional array, and another is for the to print the single dimensional array, right? So we know like how to print single dimensional array in our previous video, so if you have not seen, then please watch that one also. Yeah, so this is the jagged array, and here again we have like this one is the first row, so it indicates with 0 1 and 2, and here for each and every jagged array we have this is for this loop, so inner loop, this inner loop for the each and every single dimensional array. So in this way it works. I hope you understood this. If you have understood it, if you enjoyed this video, please do share and like this also, and if you have not subscribed, then please subscribe this video so that it will motivate me to create more videos. Thank you for now and have a great day.